Okay, so I wasn't actually going to make a video today. I just don't know why, I just didn't feel like it and I wasn't going to make one. However, I got put in a position this morning where I was made to feel guilty. I was put in a position where someone made me feel guilty for choices that I'm making. And that is what today's topic is going to be about. Today's topic is going to be about making choices, making decisions. Through life, we all make decisions. At some point along the way, we all make choices. Some easy, some hard, you know what I mean? Some are, I don't know, as far as going, what shall I wear today? You know, that's a choice. Should we eat out tonight? Should we eat in? Should we get a takeaway? What shall I cook for tea? They're all choices. Some are easier choices than others. Some are more harder to make than others, you know, as you get older and you have to make more serious life-changing decisions. Should I move away from home? Should I get married? If you're married, should I leave that person I'm with? Should I separate? You know what I mean? Some decisions in life are harder than others. We make decisions from way back, from very little. However, when we're little, we have our adults to rely on. As a parent, as an adult and as a parent, we make choices for our children. We make the best choices we think we can for our children. Until they get to about, I think, the age of around between 16 and 18, you know, the age of consent, as people say. Some say it should be 16, some say it should be a bit older. Until they're old enough to make choices for themselves, we make choices for our children. Now, some choices in life that we choose are wrong, and some choices we make are good decisions. And hopefully, as life goes on, as we get older, we kind of mature as people, or at least I like to think that we do. I know I have. I know I've changed a lot, and I'm still changing now. You know what I mean? 10 years on, you know, after having a child, I'm still learning. I'm still making bad choices. I still make wrong choices, still make mistakes. Every day in life, we are learning. Now, sometimes we make a mistake and we think, whoa, I'm not going to do that again. That's something I'm not going to do again. Sometimes we might make mistakes over and over again until something clicks in our head and said, you know what, that's it, I'm not doing that anymore. It never goes right, never turns out right, and we just don't do it anymore. Sometimes we make the same choice again, however, we might approach it differently. You know what I mean? We might make the same choice, except for you do it a different way. You know, say, for example, it's like baking a cake. I'm not much of a baker, but for all you out there who bake, you bake a cake, the first time you do it wrong, so you'll make another one, and you might make it wrong again, and then you do it again, and each time you do it a little bit different. I don't know, you add a little more of something or other, or you take something out, and you know what I mean? It's learning. That's how we learn. Sometimes by making mistakes, that's how we learn. We have to make mistakes to learn. And obviously, some decisions we make are worse than others. You know what I mean? Some decisions in life, there's no going back on. You know what I mean? It can end in devastating consequences. Some choices we make in life can end up turning out to be the best decision of our life. You know what I mean? Every day we wake up, we make choices. Now, the position I was put in this morning was about YouTube. Now, I've discussed in previous vlogs why I'm doing YouTube, so I'm not going to go into that with detail. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and explain why I'm doing YouTube over and again. However, I will say this. I'm doing YouTube because I can. That's simple as that. That's one main reason, is because I can. This is my choice, my decision to do YouTube because I can. Nobody can turn around to me and say, no, you're not allowed to do that. No, you shouldn't be doing that. No, you can't do that. Nobody can do that to me. This is my choice to do YouTube and I'm choosing to do it. Now, when it came to YouTube, it wasn't a snap judgment. It wasn't a quick choice, you know what I mean? I didn't just wake up one day and think, I know, I'm doing YouTube today. I'm going to start making YouTube videos. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't about that, you know what I mean? In fact, and I've said this before, doing YouTube was mainly Rebecca's idea. Rebecca came home one day and she said, could she do YouTube? Could she have her own YouTube channel? Which straight away, I said no. I said, no, you're too young, you are not having your own YouTube channel. I made that decision for her. As being a child, I know there's plenty of children out there that do. There's plenty of kids out there that have their own YouTube channels and they're fine, they're okay, they're, you know, Jojo Sweeney or whoever it is. There's loads of kids, loads of YouTube channels who are run by children. Well, let's just say the kids are doing it, but the parents are behind it, managing it all. I made the decision where I thought, no, Rebecca's not doing YouTube by herself. If we're going to do YouTube, let's do it together. Now, up to now, obviously, we've been doing YouTube now for over a year. And I think it's going well. You know what I mean? Touch wood. Touch wood. Up to now, everything's positive. I don't think I've done anything up until now to upset anyone, to offend anyone. Nothing bad has come from doing YouTube. However, it's still early days. You know what I mean? It still is early days. And every choice we make in life, there's always going to be cons to. There's always going to be the pros to making the choices that we do. You know what I mean? That's what we do. That's, as adults, that's what we like to do when it comes to making decisions. We like to weigh them up. What's the pros and what's the cons? And sometimes there's more cons than others. With YouTube, of course, there was the cons. And obviously the cons were, let's for example say the keyboard warriors. What comes the good, you know, comes the bad. And of course, anything to do with the internet, you're always going to get the bad side of the internet. A majority of that is keyboard warriors. There is some people who like to go on the, up to touch wood again, up to now, I've only had a couple of bad comments even there. And when I get bad comments, do I let it get to me? Do I think, oh my God, he's called me a rubbish YouTuber. No, that's it. I'm never doing YouTube ever again. No, I'm not. That's it. He's right. I'm a rubbish YouTuber. No, I delete the comments. Any bad, negative comments left on any of my videos, I just delete them. And that's also a choice that I choose to make. When it comes to the comment section, I keep Rebecca away from it. I do not let Rebecca look at the comment section. Anytime a comment is put down below and it's a nice comment, you know, oh, look how beautiful Rebecca looks, or is it what, you know, if it's something Rebecca's done and someone's, isn't Rebecca a little star? I show her, because of course, you know, it fills her with confidence. So of course I'll show her that comment. But any of the bad comments, I just delete them. And I don't even bother letting her see them or know about them. I just delete them. However, there are other bad and downsides to the internet. And that's like, it's a tough one. Let's put it this way, it's a tough one. Because when it comes to the internet, when it comes to anything in life, not just the internet, there are bad people, right? Let's just say this here and now. The world that we live in, we are surrounded by bad people. We're not just surrounded by nice people like me. Thank you very much. We are surrounded by bad people as well. And there's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. We live amongst vile creatures. And then vile creatures that I'm talking about, of course, are paedophiles. They're a paedophile. There's probably some paedophiles watching this channel as we speak. You know what I mean? Yes, it is a horrible topic, and yes, it's a very, very scary, scary thought. But should I let that stop me? Should I let that think, oh no, oh my God, out of all these, you know, right now I've only less than 100 subscribers, but as my subscriber count grows, of course there's going to be 1 or 2 bad people in there. There is. But should I let them vile, nasty, low-life people of this world stop me from doing something as positive as this channel? Because that's what this channel is about. It's about positivity. It's about happy. Me and Rebecca, we go out, we enjoy each other's company, we enjoy holidays, days out. I like to keep it, you know, laid back, fun, as fun as I can, possibly have it. So by going out with Rebecca and enjoying our days out and holidays, it is positive, right? And as I've said before, it is memories to share for me and Rebecca for years to come. We can take these memories to the grave, and always something positive to look back on. But of course there's a bad side to it, and you know what, let's forget Rebecca for a minute. Let's forget Rebecca and children for a minute. I could be in danger. As an adult, I could be in danger. There could be somebody right now watching this thinking, oh, I really like her, and grow a bit of a fascination, a bit of an obsession with me, and I could develop a stalker. You know what I mean? It could happen. You know what I mean? And that is the bad side to the internet. But as I said, do I choose to say, do you know what, because of them horrible, nasty people, you know what, I'm going to let them win. I'm not going to let them live my life. I'm going to make the choice to, from this day forward, I'm not making another YouTube channel ever again. No, we're letting them win. The bad people of this world, if we stop living our life, we're letting them win. So by doing YouTube, me and Rebecca together, we're bringing positivity to life. And I'm not the only one. You know, there are thousands of families now on YouTube venturing out into the world with the children. There are thousands of them. I'm not the only parent who's doing a YouTube channel with their children. You know what I mean? And like I say, and I mean, in today's day and age, there are some kids who, they have Facebook pages from very young as well, not just from teenage, from very, very young age. They have Facebook pages, they have mobiles, they have access. They get home from school, they go lock themselves away in the bedroom, and they go on the internet talking to God knows who. You know what I mean? As a parent, Rebecca hasn't got a Facebook page, she doesn't have a mobile, and she doesn't spend all hours on the internet locked away by herself. Right now, she's downstairs watching YouTube. You know what I mean? She's not locked away in a bedroom, in a chat room, chatting to people, because I won't allow it. She had Xbox Live, and I didn't like it. I got rid of it. But by letting her do YouTube with me, you know what I mean? I think what we're doing and what we've got going is positive. You know what I mean? I'm making that choice to do it together, and I'm hopefully, you know what I mean? Hopefully making it as safe as possible, like I say, by keeping her away from the comment section and whatever. However, if something bad does come of it, right? If something bad does come of doing this YouTube channel, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? It will be my fault. And if and when that bad thing does happen, if it happens, shall we say, we'll deal with it when it happens. But I'm not spending every waking morning thinking, oh my God, something bad's going to happen. Oh my God, if we keep doing this, what if this? I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of the positive sides. And that is the choice that I've made. I've chose to make a positive step by doing something positive with me and my child, going on holidays, going on days out and filming it. You know what I mean? That is the choice I've made. And nobody is going to make me feel guilty for that. You know what I mean? Nobody out there is going to say, but what if this happens? But what if that were to happen? Then if it does, it does. It's like me sitting here now. Somebody out there who's a smoker, right? Personally, I don't smoke. If you choose to smoke, right, that's the decision you've made upon yourself to start smoking at whatever point in your life you chose. I'm not going to sit here and say to you, do you know what? Smoking's bad for you. Do you know what you're doing to yourself by smoking? Because I'm sure you're clever enough to know that. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you're smart enough in your own brain to know that smoking is bad for you. And you choose to either continue smoking or at some point you choose to give up. That is your decision. You know what I mean? You make choices for yourself. You do not let other people choose for you. Now, we all like help from time to time. We all like advice from time to time. Now, if one of my friends or family comes to me and asks for my opinion, I'll sit back and say, if it was my decision, in my opinion, if I was in that position, I would do this. You know what I mean? That's what I would say to that person. That's how I always start, you know what I mean? A conversation with somebody who's asking if it's my choice. But at the end of the day, when you leave that person, you still have a choice to make. You can take that person's advice, or you might think, do you know what, they were talking a load of rubbish. I don't know why I bother asked them in the first place. But at the end of the day, the decision is still yours to make. Nobody can decide what you should or shouldn't do. When you are in control of yourself, you can't decide what other people do. So, like, for example, when Rebecca goes to school, I can't decide what lessons she learns or what happens to her at school. I'm putting my faith in the school and the teachers that she's in the best place, a safe place, and that they're teaching her to the best of their ability. That's what I'm hoping. But I can't go into school and start saying, right, you don't do this with my child, you teach my child this, you teach my child that. I can't do that. However, as soon as my child comes home, what I do with my child is up to me. Now, yeah, fair enough, we have people on the sidelines where if a child is put in danger, then they have to stop in and think, right, is this home that this child's growing up in a safe environment for them? You know what I mean? These parents are obviously not making the right choices, as in looking after the children, protecting the children, feeding the children, and they don't just go straight in and pull the child straight out. No, they might help them out for a while, and then after a while, if the parents aren't making the right choices for the children, yes, that's when the authorities may or may not choose to take the child out. But with Rebecca, she's in a safe, loving environment where she's being fed, well looked after, cared for, and she is 100% safe with me, right? So when she comes home from school, my job is to look after her to the best of my abilities. Now, people can say to me, why don't you try this with your child? If your child's doing this, why don't you try that? Maybe, you know, we all like to get a bit of advice now and again as parents, and you know what I mean? But again, it's up to me whether I choose to take that advice or not. You know what I mean? Just like if another parent's struggling, you know, they might be a new parent, and they might say to me, oh, my child's doing this, and I might say to them, well, you know, why don't you give this a try and see if this works with them? They may try it, it might not work with their child because every child's different. Or they might just turn around and think, I'm not going to try that, I don't have to do that if I want. We all make our own decisions in life. And when something goes right, we can pat ourselves on the back and say that I chose to do that, that was my decision. And when things go wrong, who's to blame? Yourself. That's who is to blame. You know what I mean? Nobody in life can tell you what to do with yourself. You make choices for yourself. And if things go wrong, it's for you to put right. And hopefully the next time, if there is a next time, you'll make the right decision. or you'll learn from the previous choice you made, and you might still do it again, but like I say, do it a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? So do not let other people dictate to you what you should or shouldn't do with your life. Yes, get all the help you want. Yes, get advice you want. Take people's advice if you want it. But at the end of the day, the choice and the decision is yours. And don't let anybody in your life make you feel guilty for making the decisions that you're making. You know what I mean? And also, if something does go wrong, and if a choice you've made, if something does go wrong, don't go blaming somebody else, because it's not somebody else's fault. Well, I did that because of you. No, you did it because of yourself. You know what I mean? It's nobody else's fault but your own. You know what I mean? So, and like I say, it's just like if somebody did tell you to do something and you did choose to do it, who's in the right then? Is it them for telling you to do it, or is it for you for making? So do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if this has come out again right. I had it all in my head. I'm going to word it this way. I'm going to say it this way. But like I said, life is about choices. We make good choices or we make bad choices, and we learn to live with the choices we make. Don't ever let anybody else tell you what you should or should not doing. You make your own choice in life. So as I say, my choice right now is choosing to do YouTube. I want to do YouTube. Nobody can take that away from me and tell me I can't. People can say, you know, like I said, when I'm doing these topic ideas, people can say down in the comment section, oh, do you think it was a good idea that you said that? Do you think that, you know, maybe you shouldn't have said that because that might upset a few people? You know, they have all right. That's their choice to make that decision. If people, when I'm reaching out to you guys now and saying, make your own reaction videos, put comments down below, that's your choice. If you want to make your own reaction video to this, I'm not telling you to. I'm saying I'd like you to. And if you do, then, you know, fine, we get a debate going back and forth. You choose to make a video to react to this, fine. You can choose. If somebody now watching this wants to go and choose to do their own video and spend the whole time slagging me off, oh my God, have you heard that Catwoman? She talks nothing but crap. She talks rubbish. That's their choice. I can't stop that. I can't control that from happening. However, I can choose to do this. I can choose to talk about which topics I discuss. And some topics, like I say, may be a bit more controversial than others. Maybe some might... I've got a bad habit of putting my foot in it. You know what I mean? I explain things wrong and they come out how I wasn't intending it to come out. So yes, from time to time I'm going to say things that possibly may upset people, but that's what the comment section's there for. Put down below, have I said something to upset you? Put it in the comment section, and then if I agree with you, I'll come on and I'll say, oh, I apologise that I probably didn't mean it that way, or whatever. You know, if I've definitely have said something to offend someone, I'll hold my hands up and say, I apologise, I didn't mean to say that, because from time to time we do. We all say things that we don't mean. We all say things in the heat of the moment. Most of these, I'm just rambling. Words are just coming out, and my mouth, my problem I've got is my mouth runs faster than my brain. So, you know what I mean? So from time to time, I do say things that I don't mean to say. And if someone doesn't like something I've said, jump on board, tell me, and hopefully next time I won't say it again, because you know what I mean. But up to now I've not had any backlash. Up to now I've not had anyone say, oh well, you shouldn't have done that video, you shouldn't have said that. You know, it was like that video I did on imperfections. My opinion, getting my body out, showing my body off. Some might have seen that as, oh well, look at you, where have you got to complain at, why have you got to? But other people might look at that and think, actually, that was a good, positive video. It's how you perceive something, you know what I mean? But like I say, I try not to upset people. I try not to offend people. However, I am going to still continue to do YouTube. Sometimes on my own, other times with Rebecca. And nobody can tell me, no, you should not be doing that. You know what I mean? You can tell me how rubbish I am, but you're never going to stop me from doing YouTube. You know what I mean? You can tell me I'm rubbish every single day, but it's not going to stop me from doing this. Do you get what I'm saying? So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about choices? Who makes choices in this world? You or somebody else? Does somebody else make your decisions, or do you make your own decisions? Let me know what you guys think, if you want to, down in the comment section below. And if you liked this video, as usual, please leave a big thumbs up, share and subscribe. And until the next vlog, bye!